welcome back. And we have round 2 here of our final locals before nationals, and bringing here a little bit of an interesting deck, definitely one on the more budget end. And this is Bello Betty with the Revolutionary Army, Calvin taking it on against Ben with Mono Purple Luffy. And Calvin, I guess, just making sure that his life is visible by the camera. And apologies on the quality switch from the initial video that went up earlier this week. Just got to go ahead and get another battery for the GoPro, and then I should be good to go. And we can go ahead and swap out from this current camera that we're using right now, which isn't too bad. It definitely does get the job done. Calvin going first, playing the Bello Betty Searcher. Looks like we're looking at a Morley, which we grabbed the Morley. Okay. And we saw a Smoothie in there. Yeah, a little bit about the deck. I just literally put this together within 3 days. And you guys will find out eventually what the deck is primarily going to be for. But we just went ahead and we slapped together this Bello Betty deck. So it's not the most optimal list, but it is a list that can still win. And we just tap 3, play the Morley. Swing 5 with our leader. We'll probably get a card out of Ben's hand. Using the effect of our leader here. Pitching Fire Fist, buff, just to buff the Bello Betty. So we actually get to swing 5 twice, which is actually pretty good. Ben takes hit number 1, probably coming out of hit number 2. Pitches the Law. We may or may not see the page 1 ulti combo next turn. For this turn, we just swing 5. Probably swing 5 at the Bello Betty so we don't trigger anything out of life. And Calvin does have the Karasu in there. I still gotta find one more of those Karasus. We're short one in the deck. But that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing at the Bello Betty. And I think we're going page 1 ulti. But instead, we're just gonna go ahead and play the page 1, which is probably for the best. Ben, I don't think, had too much combo power. I think I saw 2 Gum Rains, a Kaido. You know, the ultis in there. And a Polly. Which the Polly can put in some work. But we won't be able to slap down that Polly at least for another 2 turns. Oh no, we can go ahead and play him next turn. And use this effect. We'll be at 6. We can use leader effect to take a life. That's if we don't get pummeled by... Okay. By Bello Betty here, but instead we're just going to go Ivankov, activate the effect of the Bello Betty. I would probably pitch that blocker. Oh no, we just pitched the other Ivankov. Activating the Ivankov effect to play the Karasu. And we got a 6k and an 8k swing going in, so we're at least demanding 2 cards out of hand from the first swing. We just swing 8 with the Morley. I would have saved the Morley. Yeah, and you got to combo out a little more. Hindsight being 2020, we probably should have gave them some dice so they can keep track of the minus counters. But yeah, I mean, that's neither here nor there at this point. Going on to Ben's turn. We probably clear the Morley for sure. And then we can get rid of the Karasu with Polly. Yeah, man, Zoltart is gorgeous. I'm waiting on my Polys to go ahead and come in the mail so I can go ahead and start playing this deck already. Yeah, Purple Luffy definitely been one that's on my radar. And we do have Blue-Black Sakazuki working in its way as well. We're definitely not gonna big fancy that boy. The only thing we're probably gonna go ahead and max rarity is that leader. We swing 7. Because Calvin comboed out of the 5k swing from the leader. And we left the Karasu up. So, I don't know. Calvin only having 2 cards in hand, I don't know if I would have bothered keeping up the Karasu, or like not bothering to get rid of the Karasu. I don't know. I figured that I would have probably got rid of the Karasu over the Ivankov. You gotta realize, with only 1 card in hand, I have to commit a lot. Because I have to pitch a card to the leader effect and then play something out of hand. That will be every single card out of my hand, but Calvin is in an insanely good spot. Which, if I don't see any blockers, I'm honestly probably just trying and going for face at this point. You can hard cast the Lindbergh if you want. But I think Calvin just figuring out what he's going to pitch here. He also has to be very careful with how many cards in hand he keeps because of triggers. So we pitch the Lindbergh of Karasu. So Karasu, in line with its effect, to go ahead and minus the leader by 1. Would be another 8 going into 4. Which, if we're really not afraid of anything, and we don't think that Ben will get a blocker out of these next 2 life. So we're going to go 11. Now we're going 11 at the page 1. Did we leader effect target the... Okay, we're clarifying where the minus was. And Ben goes to 1. Ben goes to 1 after paying 2. So technically Ben can go ahead and play that Kaido. That's exactly what we do. We go ahead and we play the 9 cost Kaido down, KOing the blocker. And this is where it becomes the uphill struggle for Bello Betty. Swing 6 at the Karasu because he has no cards in hand. And we just swing 10, swing 6. So we just don't give him any cards at all. This is probably for the best. I don't know. I probably just would have swung at least once. And the only reason why I would have even bothered swinging once is so that, I don't know. I guess Ben's call was right, because Ben can just start going for lethal afterwards. Don't want to give him a chance to rip something. Like, he can't rip a trigger because he'll need to pitch a card for a trigger. But we rip a Bello Betty off the top, and that Bello Betty finds us a Karasu. So we do play the Karasu minus the leader. Leader going down to 4, and then we put 3 Dawn under. Oh god, never mind. 4 Dawn underneath. We go 9 to 4. Wait, why are we leaving 3 open? Are we just figuring out? I'm so confused. And having to pitch a lot of cards here. At least 4 cards if he uses Gum Gum. So we take it, and I think we got a law blocker out of it. We can't Kaido again, which is beneficial. Paying 2 for a Sheep's Horn, I think. Yeah, so Sheep's Horn, we rest the Karasu. Swings 5 at the Karasu. and we have a queen. So if we layer this correctly and hope that a good chunk of cards in Ben's hand is a brick, we might be fine. We also have to hope to draw a Revolutionary Army card off the top if we do want any chance whatsoever. Because we either have to burn through a good chunk of Ben's hand on this next iteration, and we trigger Shirahoshi, which is kind of insane. We get an Inazuma. That's pretty good. And we draw an Eva. So here's my thing. We should be at 10. There we go. So we're at 10. We can go ahead and pay 3 for the... No. No, what are you doing? No. No. You play 3 for the Inazuma, and then you leader effect pitch the Ivankov. And you buff the Inazuma, buff the Bello Betty, put 2 underneath the Bello Betty. So you're at 10, you spent 3 playing the Inazuma, 2 underneath the Bello Betty, you spent 5. She's at 7. Then you have 5 Dawn left over, so you can go 996 or 699. No, oh God, Calvin. Oh, I think he had lethal. I think he actually just had lethal. Oh man. Yeah, I think we legitimately had lethal. And then we sheep's horn. Oh man, I think, yeah, that's unfortunate. Only swing 7 at the Eva. Swing 10 to lead. See if we hit a trigger. I think it's a Fire Fist. And then there is a law. And we draw into a Lindbergh, which if we had Lindbergh on the board previous turn, this would be pretty decent. Because we can Fire Fist, bring something low enough, swing Lindbergh, pop it. I think Calvin legitimately might have had a shot at lethal. So paying 4. Okay, we're going for the Lindbergh. I think we're just having to go ahead and go for it. Using the effect, pitching the Fire Fist, buff Lindbergh, buff Inazuma. So we have 3 remaining. So we can technically go 9-6. But that just eats both blockers, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Burn 2 2s. Block and combo. That should pretty much seal it on this one. Yeah, back to Ben's turn. Ben should be up to 10 Dawn at this point. Probably not, but we swing 7. We get an Ivankov, no trigger. And we swing 10. And that'll be the game. Yeah, good little showing for Bello Betty. I think we did have a slight misplay there. but oh well, not a whole lot you can do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I will see y'all in the next one.